Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a skill that's quickly becoming a game changer for every developer out there. How to turn documentation from a total chore into something automated and, actually useful, all by using AI prompts. So let's just kick things off with a number that I bet a lot of you are going to feel deep in your bones. 60%. That's right. A full 60% of developers say that bad documentation is one of the biggest things slowing them down. Think about that. It's like this massive hidden tax on our productivity. Just hours and hours wasted trying to figure out code that should have been clear from the get-go. So, how do we actually fix this mess? Well, we're going to tackle it head on. First, we'll look at the true scale of this documentation crisis. Then, we'll introduce the AI-powered solution. After that, and this is the fun part, we'll see a real-world before and after, and then I'm going to give you a 5-step blueprint for writing killer prompts, and we'll wrap up with the big mistakes you'll want to avoid.
Okay, first up, let's really frame the problem here, because this isn't just about being annoyed, right? Poor documentation has a very real and very high cost.
Just look at these numbers. Developers are spending almost a third of their time just dealing with documentation, reading it, writing it, searching for it. And even with all that effort, that second bar shows that a huge chunk of our code bases, up to 60%, are completely undocumented. This documentation debt is what slows down new hires, creates more bugs, and just makes maintaining anything a total nightmare. But what if we could generate amazing docs in just a fraction of the time? Well, that's exactly where AI comes in. We're talking about a prompt-powered solution that is way, way more sophisticated than just typing, "document this code," and hoping for the best. And this is the key thing to get. A good prompt isn't just a lazy request. It's a detailed blueprint. It's a super precise set of instructions that tells the AI exactly what you need, who the documentation is for, and the exact format you want it in. And this slide just nails it. On one side, you have the vague, lazy prompt. That gets you, well, pretty useless generic output. But on the other, you have a specific, structured prompt that acts as a blueprint for excellence. It's simple. The quality of what you get out is a direct reflection of the quality of what you put in. All right, now for the really cool part. Let's see how this actually plays out in the real world. I'm going to show you the absolute night and day difference that a really well-crafted prompt can make. It's a fair question, isn't it? I mean, is spending that extra minute on a prompt really gonna be worth it? Let's find out. Okay, check this out. On the left, the bad prompt, literally just document this function. It's vague, it's lazy. But on the right, now that's a good prompt. Notice what it's doing. It defines a persona, act like a senior technical writer, and then it gives a super detailed checklist, a clear description, parameters with types, return values, examples, edge cases, exceptions. It even asks for a security note. And bam, here are the results. The bad prompt gives us something that's, technically true, but practically useless. The good prompt, though, it generates a masterpiece. You've got type hints, a clear description of what the function does and why, detailed arguments, the exact return format, multiple examples for success and failure, potential errors, even critical performance notes. This is documentation a developer can actually use. Convinced? Yeah, I thought so. So now that you've seen what's possible, let's break down how you can do this yourself. Here is your go-to 5-step blueprint for crafting the perfect prompt every single time. It's a really simple, repeatable process. 1. Define the type. Is this for a function, an API, a class? 2. Set the context and audience. Who is this for? 3. Specify all your requirements. That's your checklist. 4. Provide the code itself, obviously. And 5. Add your quality criteria. Oh, and here's a pro tip. Your first prompt doesn't have to be your last. If the output isn't perfect, just reply back with something like, "That's good, but can you add a section on security vulnerabilities?" and watch it get even better. Now, following that blueprint will get you good results. But avoiding these common mistakes, that's what will get you great results. So let's quickly run through the biggest traps people fall into. The number one mistake, by far, is vague requirements. Don't just say, "document this." The fix is to be almost painfully specific. Your prompt should read like a spec sheet. And here's an advanced technique. Try asking the AI to think step by step before it writes the final output. This actually forces it to analyze the code's logic first, which leads to way more accurate and insightful docs. The next big mistake is forgetting context. The AI has no idea if a function is for sanitizing user input or if it's a critical part of a payment module unless you tell it. Giving it that context helps the AI generate documentation that's so much more relevant and smart. And please, please, do not forget to ask for examples. For most developers, examples are the most valuable part of any documentation. You have to explicitly ask for them and be specific. Ask for normal use case, an edge case, and an error case. That way you cover all your bases. Okay, let's recap the big takeaways here. 1. Specificity is everything. The details you put in your prompt directly control the quality you get out. 2. Think of your prompt as a blueprint, not a simple command. 3. Always demand examples. They show how the code actually works. And finally, always define your audience so you get the right tone and level of detail. And I'll just leave you with this to chew on. As AI gets more and more tangled up in everything we do, from writing code to documenting it, maybe the most valuable skill we can develop isn't just coding itself, but learning how to perfectly instruct our AI partners to do it for us.